Alright guys, we are in lobby. We're getting ready to start. Just waiting on teams and we'll be good to go. Waiting on teams, boys. We're about to start. Shh. We're about to start. We're gonna go. It's okay. We're almost there. We almost made it, guys. We've almost survived the entire duration. And right now, we're holding out. It's okay, guys. We'll make it. We'll make it. We'll make it, guys. It's okay. It's okay. And we're in. Okay, we're good. We're gonna do that quick fade in, fade out that I always tell you guys about, and we'll be back in just a minute. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next match, which is, of course, going to be Team YP versus Inspector Cabot. We actually have a little bit of a surprise for you today. We're looking at this game. You can see the team names are actually up and above on the top of the screen in like those areas, which is right there and there. You can go ahead and take a look there. We are going into the lobby now. As you can see on the screen, we actually have, for the monster player, we're actually looking at a Goliath being played by Source TV for Team YP. We're going to this game. It is game one of this side. We're getting started, good to go. And this is going to be, like I said, Inspector Cabot versus Team YP. We have a Val, Sunny, Griffin, Lennox composition coming up, which is going to be highly aggressive and ready to engage. They're going to be looking to get those boosts up, get those tranks in, get the dome. Poon Trank Dome, as DB would say. We're getting into this now. We're going in, hitting it hot, getting in live, going into the match. Source TV, Goliath versus Hunters of Inspector Cabot. And of course, you can see the names on the bottom side of the screen in regards to which team they're playing for. Of course, Source TV is on the right-hand side, and on the left side for Inspector Cabot, we have MonkeyBot, Thonar, Shady, and Generic. And I need to update the medic, because that's not Tentuki. No, it's going to be Thonar. So let's get that fixed for you. There we go. Perfect. So right now we are looking at a Source playing Frostbitten, and of course we are going with a stealth off the start because he is stealthing. He's going to be going up to the south, looking to get some space. We're looking at this right now. He is getting some space. He's getting a quick Mammoth Bird, getting to sneak it. Now it's going to come into where these Hunter teams go. Just melting through. The only person that's actually getting close to him right now is actually going to be Generic. Generic is getting exceptionally close. He's going to be putting up that sound spike in just a moment. So if he's not in a stealth position, he's going to get spotted. They're looking for him. He's stealthing away, and he did hear him, which means that he is spotted. Pings are coming out. They know where he's going. Source is in a great position. Now let's take a quick look at the perks right now, just since we are about to get into a combat scenario. We have Source going with a damage output on Goliath, which means those rocks, those leaps, those flames are going to hurt a lot more. We have move speed being used by Lennox, which is a good idea to help her be able to get around the map, being able to traverse, get into position, being able to do what she needs to do. We have jetpack recharge, of course, on Griffin, which means he's going to be able to traverse the map and go over these ledges, along with making sure he's in position to make sure he's harpooning whenever it's needed. Quick switch Sunny, which means that she's going to be able to rotate between her mini nuke and her jetpack recharge. And then we have capacity as well on Val, which means she's going to be able to heal and do everything she wants. But let's take a look at what abilities we're looking at for the monster, as we don't see Source playing it that often. We have 1 point Leaf Smash, 1 point Fire Wrath, and 1 point Charge, but we do see that Monkey Bot, however, is getting engaged upon by Source. And they're going in right now, just getting him a little bit low. And he's getting healed up right now by Thonar, so they're going to get melted. Dealing damage, just kind of chipping away at his armor, but he's already back to full. Monkey Bot's already poking him with that cannon. It's getting a little bit of pokes. Here we go. Shooting around. Pew, 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 pew. All day and all night. Got Leaf Smashes being used. Everything's being burned for traversal. Source is just trying to get some space right now. He's going to go up on the leap, and then he's going to leap forward, and then leap forward again. There it is. And he's just trying to get as much distance as possible. The why you saw him going to a higher elevation is because he wanted to be able to get up there, and that way he could traverse further. So for those of you at home that don't play in the pub ladder, give it a shot, give it a look. You never know. Generic, however, is already catching back up to him as he got boosted by Sunny, getting him right down. So great play by Shady, getting Generic in position. And right now we look at Shady, who's just boosting up the rest of the team. As you notice, all three of them are now in front of Shady because of those Sunny boosts, just poking away. You see that anti-air cannon, the auto cannon, being used to just kind of poke away and chip at that armor at about 1 bar missing. And then he's just going to refill that, just slowly filling his armor meter. He's almost out of evolve. He's only 1 meter away. He's just doing what he can, moving around. Now, one thing to note here is that when you look at their positioning, they're using the Assault to flush, and they're pulling him out of this corner so that way he doesn't have the wall here. He's getting shot in the back by the artillery cannon, which means Monkey Bot is on the long, which he's just going to get knocked back to the Blitz Leopard, but the Blitz Leopard is actually not looking to do anything with him today. Getting healed up quick by Thonar, getting ready to re-engage, but unfortunately, he's not able to get the down there because Thonar's in position, ready to heal up his teammates. However, that does pull Generic out of position, which means they're going to have to boost Sunny up, and they're at 55, 58, and the monster is just outside the dome. Source is able to get through that, which means he's going to be able to get his space, and he's going to be able to evolve. He saw it behind him, so he knows that he can leap forward and evolve, and just make sure that he's in a safe position, that he doesn't take the extra damage during the evolve. Because when you're in that cocoon state, you take extra damage from the Hunter team if they're able to shoot you during that time. Now, we see that they are in hot pursuit. They're getting a little poked by Reavers and slowed down a little bit, but overall, they're going to be there very shortly. Here comes the Evolve in the caves, so we're going to have to see what Source does differently in this game. He's going to be looking to re-engage, but the question is, does he go with a 3-point rock build, or does he go with a finished leap and get an extra flame breath build, which is something we're starting to see a lot more recently. But no, he's actually going to go 2 rock, 2 fire wrath, which is a nice little middle ground, because you're not committing too heavily to one or the other. You have a nice balance of your abilities. And right now, Generic's Gary coming in right in with the poons, going to be able to make sure that he's getting slowed down, getting boost ahead. Here comes the next one. Rocket's picked up and thrown backwards, hits Generic right in the face, does hit, so he re-engages immediately on it because he did have a favorable position. Charge being used to CC, and here comes the leap punch coming in with the Thunder Strike, and it's going to connect. Here goes a rock going on Generic. Generic's down. There's the first strike. He's going to get his down, and he's going to leave. He got down. He's just barely breaking through on armor. Source is going down and showing a methodical Goliath style here, where you get your strike and you leave. You don't stick around. You don't try and go for the win. You just get your strike and you leave. There's no reason to stay around anymore. There's no reason to give them any more health. Get that cash value strike, because it will cost you no HP, maybe a sliver. That's all it was, really. So he's going down to the waterfront right now. He's going to the helipad, just going to finish eating and get some more armor. But we're starting to see more of these auto cannons being used. All the shots are being fired, and Goliath is still on the run. Source is doing what he can to survive. Shady, however, is in the back, boosting everyone forward, throwing down the shield drone when he can, just in case he gets re-engaged on, which is always a good idea. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no cooldown on it. Just keep throwing out the shield drones, which is what we're seeing right here. It's like mines when you're Markov and you're running around. You just toss them down. It doesn't really matter. Unless you have a specific spot you want to protect. If you have nothing in mind, there's no real reason. Generic, however, getting leaped on, getting rocks thrown, everything's being done on, gets boosted out of the way by Shady. Shady's doing what he can. Generic's getting healed up and is on the run from this Goliath. He's just trying to survive. Oh man, Source is going for the revive, doesn't quite able to get it. The beams are coming out though, just trying to keep Generic alive. Generic is getting leaped, rocked, thrown, ragdolled. Everything's being done to get Generic and try and keep him alive. Flame Breath being used by Source is going to be trying to melt everything that he can. More of these abilities being used to calm it down. Here comes a leap, going to be hitting the side of the wall. Connects on Generic. Generic's almost down to Death's Sliver. Rocket's picked up, gets blocked by the pillar. And Lennox, however, dealing tons of damage in the back, just coming right on through. Monkeybot just melting through. Even the Armadon joining in on the fun. Here comes a leap, connects on two. Melting through, hits Generic, and we get a finish on Shady. Gets knocked down, rock like a hurricane in the background, and gets put down into the ground. And right now we have Monkeybot just melting away through the armor. Armor's gone. It's just on health right now. Generic on the high ground, throwing down the poons, trying to get him off Monkeybot. Monkeybot's dealing damage. However, the shield comes in at the last second. Going to be able to keep him alive. Generic's on the high ground, going to get knocked down by Source. Doesn't know what to do at this point. Thonar's right now, right next to the course, is trying to heal it as much as he can. Going to get blocked by Monkey, though, with the rock. Monkeybot coming in with a rock block. Going to be looking to get picked up, and we're about to see Lennox go down as Lennox does just barely get healed up by Val. Going to have to keep her up, but it's not quite enough. Down goes Monkeybot, but in the meantime, Shady gets picked up, which means Thonar's going to be looking for the range revive. Rocket's picked up and thrown at Generic. Generic's on his second strike now as he gets put back on the ground. And it's just Shady, Monkeybot, and Generic with strikes because Thonar is slowly surviving, just barely by the skin of his teeth. They're going to be picking up Generic right now, so they're going to be using the med gun because he was almost full. They're going to be going all the way through with it. They did get through almost all of his health pool, though. He's only down to 4 bars of health. They're going through this right now, and we see that we have a Tyrant being eaten up. Everything's being snacked on, and they're just trying to do everything you can. Cat's going crazy in the background, but we're looking at this right now. We're looking at not just 1, not 2, but 4 strikes in total being given to the Hunter team in that last engagement for 4 bars of armor. If Source is able... Oh, a little bit of indigestion there. If Source is able to get the stage 3, he'll have a good chunk of armor, and he'll be able to get it, which means that these strikes are going to hurt in regards to the stage 3 fight if it gets to that point, but Source is trying to make sure it doesn't. And he's going back, reinitiating a Monkeybot. However, he's quickly healed up by Thonar, who's in a great position to heal him from the low ground. Autocannon's coming in, poking him in the back, dealing damage. Everything's being done, and Source is just leaping everywhere, and the monster dodges the second dome this game. Half-second domes are not enough to catch Source TV on Goliath, as he is now more mobile. He's used to the Kraken play. He's doing everything he can to try and survive, and with Kraken, your traversal gives you flight, but you don't get as far, and now he's seeing Goliath and the mobility, and I'm sure he's just showing his dominating experience in regards to leaping and map traversal, as we see him going on the low ground, looking to evolve up to stage 3. We'll see what he builds. I'm going to guess he's going to finish Leap and Rock for his stage 3. So he's getting a 1 point there, and he's going to put his 2 points there. We'll have to see what he does, though. Monkeybot, however, is still currently hit. Whoa, we're actually doing a Flame Breath, 3 Flame Breath build with 3 Rock as opposed to a finished Leap. So it means that he's not really all that worried about hitting the Leap AoE. He's looking to get it re-engaged upon with the Flame and making sure that he's just slowly burning down this Hunter team because they can't do AoE heals. So he's going to be trying to split it up between the 3 while the Medic's trying to heal everyone. Val, unlike Road Val, does not have the ability to heal teammates as well. So she's going to have problems being able to make sure that everyone is at full health if he's going to be splitting his Flame Breath across all 3 of her allies. It is 4v1, but if your medic specializes as 1 person healing and you spread the damage, it's going to hurt. Might take you a little longer, but it's definitely a more methodical stance on it. So just to review, we're now at a stage 3 fight. We have perks being displayed on the screen. We have damage output on Source, which means that 3-point flame is going to hurt a lot. And we're looking at 3-point rock. Again, that is 1 painful rock to the face, which means that the next fight is either going to go really quick or it's going to be really long and drawn out. Because remember, they do have Sunny, so they can be able to dodge those rocks and block them as they see fit. So the rocks aren't as critical of a factor as that Flame Breath choice. That Flame Breath choice does actually mean that Sunny's going to have problems making sure that no one takes damage. Val's going to be looking to get some heals. Here comes the Thunder Child. Doesn't quite get in, though. Source is on the high ground, going straight for Generic. Wants to put that Trapper straight in the dropshot because he does have 2 strike. Rocket he picked up does go after Thonar, does connect. Bring him down to about half HP. Generic in the background, though, slowing him down and stopping him from getting to Thonar. Monkeybot punching him in the back, dealing damage. We're through 3 bars of armor right now. Generic is on the high ground, going to get boosted around by Shady. Shady's going around, and the real Slim Shady's knocking Generic all the way up to the high ground, just making sure he stays up. Monkeybot dealing damage, punching left, right, and center. Rocket's picked up and thrown and quickly melted down before the shield comes out, and Monkeybot does get it. hit in the face right before he can do anything. Mini Nuke going to be able to free Generic as he's going to get quickly boosted. We have Lennox just now picked up by a range pickup from the medic. Here comes the Leap, connects on Shady. Shady getting knocked out. Leap gets picked, Rock gets picked up, thrown backwards at Generic. Generic's on the high ground, needs to get healed up quick as he's looking to survive that flame, but it's not quite enough. Through the fire and the flames, he was knocked into the dropship. He's getting the Leap going down. Does connect on Thona. Thona having to use his heal burst, which means Monkeybot's going to eat that rock to the face, and down he goes. Only the shield drone left with the medic and support. So we have a Sunny and a Val right now on the run, but Val is gone, which means that it is just Sunny who's going to be burning her cloak as soon as possible to try and survive through this. And she's on the run from Source TV. Source is quickly trying to do what he can, and he's looking for the stealth maps. Does get it, which means a Monster wins game 1, putting this side to a 1-0 lead in favor of Source TV. On Goliath, of all things. So when we look at the course of the game, we look at the damage done. We had AK health damage done by the Hunter team. We look at their health pools, and it was just quick flat lines, which means that Source TV was relying on burst damage in order to be able to get through this Hunter team. There wasn't any like slow depreciation. Like right here, you saw it a little bit, or like here you saw the slow arch of heal, but mostly it was just combat fall. Like that's just when they got hit by an ability, just completely deteriorated their health pool. We'll have to see what they do in the game number 2 that changes it up. But for those of you watching in the VODs, this is where we do a quick fade out for you guys, and for those of you watching live, this is where we say, hey, we'll be back in just a minute, and we'll continue talking and let you guys know what's up. In the meantime, guys, keep being awesome. We'll be back in just a moment. Hey guys, what's up? So that was a great gameplay by Source, very methodical, choosing who he got his strikes on, using his rocks, using his leaps, and doing everything he can effectively to make sure that that came through as possible. We did see the Sunny Val composition coming in to put him on a leash. Oh man, got some gas problems today, I just keep burping. But we're looking at it right now, the real problem is that they just didn't quite have the defensive ability to stand up to it. And with the Flame Breath choice as opposed to a Leap Rock, they weren't quite able to utilize Sunny, so we might see a change up on their picks. We might see Sunny rotate more into a Hank, or we might see, instead of rotating Sunny, we might see a rotate between Val and Rogue Val, or something of that nature. We also might see a perk choice with the Hunters staying the same. What they could do is they could switch it up and maybe go like a damage reduction or something like that to change it up. But at the same time, Source is going to be able to combat this, and he's going to be looking at what he's trying to do after seeing how they played in Game 1. He did see that he was able to burst them down highly effectively, so we're probably not going to see him go damage output. We'll probably see him do something like a movement speed if he chooses to change these up, or he'll stay with the same perk settings. So that's what we're looking at in the game number 2. It is currently 1-0 in favor of Team YP. We're going into the next round when the teams are ready. The next map is of course going to be Orbital Drill, I believe, so we're going into that. So it'll be nice to see what they do on a larger map to try and get ready for Source. So I don't know. Those are the options that they have in front of them. They're getting into it, doing what they can. What do you guys think? Do you think Source has it, or do you think Inspector Cabot's going to take down Source TV? I think they can do it. They got a good chance. They just, a couple missteps here in their last game, but everyone has those missteps. But they definitely showed their abilities last game. We saw some great boosting and consistent map traversal coming out of their team. They were constantly within the appropriate distance. They knew where he was. They were able to locate him off of a stealth start, which, if those of you that are watching the TGL know exactly what I'm talking about in regards to the effectiveness of a stealth start if it's not detected properly. And their ability to do that, just locate him right immediately off a stealth start, and be able to stay on him as well as they did, that just shows to the power of this team. But we are going into the lobby now. The game is starting. We are currently selecting roles. So we'll be back in just a minute when we have more information for you. We'll be going into the game. And yeah, so we'll be back in a sec. This is the quick fade in, fade out. This is a little extra tidbit for you guys that are watching live. And thanks to all of you for chilling out. We'll be back in just a minute. Like 30 seconds with the next match. And welcome to game number 2 of this side. We have, of course, Source TV on Team YP versus Team Inspector Cabot. Going into the next round, this is game 2 of this side. We have looking like the same composition as last game. Previous game was on Distillery, and I'm not going to spoil it for you for those of you watching in the VODs, but it was a good game. You should check it out. There's some good methodical choices going on there as we're looking to see what they changed in this game to try and get a different result. Or maybe they kept things the same and they're looking to tighten up certain positions on both Monster and Hunter just to see how it reflected. But we are going to this game, and of course, it is going to be Source TV on Goliath versus Team Inspector Cabot. And then, of course, there's going to be Thonar and Generic, MonkeyBot, and Shady, all playing on Inspector Cabot. Going into this game, they're ready to go, ready to fight, ready to brawl. And we're on Orbital Drill, which, of course, has 2 main routes, both essentially in the same direction. One is up through the raceway and down here, wrapping around, and then evolving around here in this location. I think it's actually right here is where the evolve takes place. And they're going through. He's just waiting for his food to spawn because he got a little bit ahead of the spawns. So that's why you saw him stop there. But we'll have to see what he does. He might hook, or he might go back up this way. This is a decision point where if the hunters cut this way, you loop back up because they're going to be going directly south. If they cut this way and went through this side, or if they went up through here, then you go directly south this way as a monster. So that's what we're going to have to see what he does there to make his choice. But we have a little bit before he gets to that point. In the meantime, let's look at his abilities. We see a 1 leap, 1 fire breath, 1 charge, which is high traversal, high farming. Which what I mean by that is he's going to be able to eat as much as he wants with that flame breath, while also traversing the map with both leap smash and charge being able to use for him. And we're looking at him going back up this way. He's going to be going right in on the wild up, just eating anything he can find his hand on, regardless of his hazards to Hunter health. So we'll have to see what they do. And the Hunter team is slowly engaging on him, which we do see damage perk being chosen yet again by Source. We have movement speed by MonkeyBot, quick switch Sunny. All these are just the exact same as last time except for a change here. Generic is now running damage reduction, which is actually key because last time we saw him get a couple extra strikes early, and now he's choosing to help make himself a little bit more tanky for the medic, meaning the medic is a lot more effective and his health is 10% more effective. It's reducing all incoming damage by 10%, so his health is essentially 10% more effective. Or he has 10% more health, you could say as well. So we're going into this now. Thonar is in right about the middle of the pack at 140 distance, but if we look at Generic, who's currently leading the pack, we have 135 slowly closing in as he's just doing what he can to evolve and stage up as quick as possible, which is what we're seeing right here, going under the overhead, so he'll be safe from a Hank over, but Hank's not in this game, so that's not really that critical. So we're going into this now. He is in a great position for a dome to occur. It'll come down to Generic, though. We'll have to see if he's able to get it. Should be getting boosted in just a moment, looking to make sure that he doesn't get the loop, as Source is right now on the low ground in front of him, leaping up to the top of table. That's table, by the way, at 58 meters, 60 meters, 70 meters. Yeah, so he's going to be able to get through here. Should be seeing a boost coming up momentarily. There it is right there. Okay. So they're going to be boosting him up right now. Source is actually just going to be leaping forward, trying to get any kind of meat he can, which means Generic should be able to catch up to him. Here comes the boost, and here comes the dome coming up, getting thrown. Generic getting leaped on, though, and he's just getting everything. Rock connects. He's going to get immediately heal bursted, and they're going to be trying to get him up. Generic right now being forced up on the high ground. MonkeyBot poking him in the back, stabbing him with a pointy stick, and Generic right now is getting low, which means Rock's getting picked up, has to get boosted upwards, and he does actually just barely dodge the Rock, but the leap, he can't dodge it. He eats that to the face. Flame being used to finish him up, and Thonar's going to be looking for the quick revive. Not quite able to get it, though, as he gets put outside line of sight. Rock gets picked up, connects on Shady. Shady's getting low. Everyone's getting low as Source is just going through and melting with the flame breath. We got Burn coming out. Everything's being done. Shady's barely living. More of these heals coming out from Val, trying to keep Shady up. Rock gets picked up, thrown back at Thonar. Thonar's going to eat that to the face. MonkeyBot dealing tons of damage, though. He's at a bar and a half, so starting to melt up, and he's building up that multiplier. More damage going on Shady. Going to be eating that to the face. Shield Drone coming in to protect them, but it's not quite enough as he just Shield Drone eats that to the face. MonkeyBot going to be punching. Thonar gets leaped. All this fighting, brawling going on. Thunderchild comes in for the punch. Shady's in the acid, getting knocked around and CC'd with the rocks getting thrown. Everything's being thrown at Shady, trying to keep him out. Leap Smash being used. Does actually put Shady down, but he doesn't see it. However, he did get a display on the screen that he got the down. So Generic is now dead as he wasn't able to be revived. It is literally just Thonar who eats the rock to the face. Source comes in with a stage 2 victory when he's just throwing the rocks and just dominating the power of Orbital Drill as he comes through with that victory, and the health pool just plummets as soon as he got the stage 2 and was able to build up a little bit of armor, which is just an insane amount of damage. And we're going through, and it does put it to a 2-0 on this side in favor of Source TV. We'll see if we can grab another game on the other side and see how they're doing in the meantime. And we'll join into that immediately just because I want to be able to see what's going on. This could be a live join since we did get into it. That does put it currently into 2-0. We don't know the results of the first game on that side, so let's update that for you. Okay, so they either haven't started the second match or they're waiting on it. But in the meantime, guys, while we're waiting on that, if you see another game with the YP versus IC playlist, you'll know what happened. If you're in the VODs, you'll see it in the description below what the results were if there aren't any further games. If there are any further games, then that means that there's more coming your way, so you stay tuned in that playlist, okay? And those of you watching live, this is where we do a quick fade in, fade out for you guys. Well, you guys actually don't need the fade in, fade out because you guys are watching live. You guys are checking us out at twitch.tv/aseeds live every Sunday. So we'll be back in a bit once we get a little bit more information on what's happening. So stay tuned. We'll get some more games for you. Hey guys, so we are just waiting to find out what happened on the other side. We're still waiting on a response. Source for President, definitely. Because that just came through, and oh my god, the power of Source. He was able to come through and just... the way he just clean sweeped and methodically removed them, which is definitely a different style of play than what we normally see with him as Kraken. Kraken's the ballerina Kraken, which is a very finesse, but it's also extremely brute force when you have the large AoEs on Aftershock. You have a large AoE on Lightning Strike. You have a large AoE on Vortex. Like, it's not as methodical. Definitely more ballerina because it requires that finesse in order to make sure that you're landing them. But with Goliath, you have to be methodical in regards to when you're landing your lightning strikes on them, because sometimes it's better to throw a rock in the wrong direction in order to make sure that the medic has to heal someone else for a bit. That way you can use your other 2 abilities or 3 abilities on someone else, and the medic's busy healing the person that just got hit with a rock. So it's a very methodical change. It was nice to see Source play that style as he's going into this game. And yeah, so I did just get an update. It is 4-0 in favor of Team YP. So it means Team YP does go into the finals. So yeah, we'll see. And then on the other side, it was 4-0 as well. So yeah, we are going in that. We are on the next one. Oh, one second. Let me get you those brackets for you, Dragonborn. Just give me a second here. Can you remove capital R and Rune? Alright, Rune, just for you, I will remove the capital R. But yes, we are going into the next round. Yeah, so I guess we can chill out for a bit, relax, as we are going into this. But let's see. On the other side, it was Jamais Seulement Saki-san, I believe, was the victor. Right? Let's see. Who do they got? Right. Okay. So they're just running with their standard lineup today. Perfect. So yeah, we'll get some information for you in just a moment while we figure out what's going on with the next round. And yeah, so stay tuned. We'll be back in just a minute with more Evolve coming your way, and we'll keep you informed. In the meantime, I guess I'll get some tunes playing for you. Actually, you know what? For those of you that don't know, I got a better idea than music. There's something that happens every Saturday now for the rest of the month that I'm actually a part of, along with Stel Shampoo and a lot of the players that you're seeing today. If you have a team and you play pubs and you want to see how you stand up to the pro scene, check out the Gentleman's League. It's a great tournament. It's a lot of fun. It's on Saturdays. It's a little bit later in the day, so if you're European, you're going to be up a little later. If you're, West Coast U.S., then you're going to have, a little bit more time in the morning. But in the meantime, here's some information about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mazel does not connect with the dome. Source is on the outside right now.
Lightning coming in hot. Kyra down. Kyra dies, they all die. Kaiser Tim has got some of the best Cabot gameplay I've ever seen. Let's see what he can do. Cloak Dome, very popular here with the DTR hunters. Whoa, I did not see that. Hank, last man alive. He's got a cloak to pick someone up. Going in for the aftershock. Some massive. And the dome is live. Ooh, did he dodge that though? He just barely got out of that dome. Oh, got blocked by a little bit of the geometry right there. Rock going in. At this level of pro play, that is something you want the assaults to do. That advantage he had is now gone.
I am the best.
I am the best.
I'm the best.
I am the best.
Ooh, the aftershock coming in. Amy Bob barely dodges that one. Vode is cloaked, but the Kraken does see some of his jetpacks. And the medic is under the tentacles of the Kraken. Oh, and the dome dodge is huge. And can he get the support down there? Excellent play right there.
Hey guys, Kaiser Tim here to talk to you about our TGL campaign for Patreon. We've always wanted to do a tournament for the community, by the community, and TGL Season 2 gives us the opportunity to create the first ever crowdfunded tournament for Evolve. Now our funds raised by this campaign go towards our prize pool for the players to compete for and to help pay our staff for all the amazing work that they do. So why Patreon? Patreon allows us to fulfill our dream of making a league for Evolve with real stakes on the line. The more patrons we get allows us to make a bigger and better competitive scene. We're also all about the community, so we wanted a way to interact with you guys for helping us with our dream, so check out our rewards. You can donate to support our cause, or for just starting at $5 a month, that gives you early access to TGL content where we can show patrons what we're releasing before anyone else, and you guys can give us feedback on how we can shape the competitive scene further. Donating to Patreon is as easy as setting the amount and clicking to become a patron. Fill out all the information and away you go. All the money will go directly into our prize pool and to pay for our staff, like our caster's Nikki, meaning he won't have to starve tonight. It also gives us stakes on the line for players to compete over. Help us support the greatest league Evolve has ever seen by becoming a patron. Wait, should I look there or should I just stop?
Welcome to Hunt 2.0, a leap forward for Evolve's matchmaking and ranking mechanics that will change the way you play. Hunt 2.0 uses a Glyco-based system to rank your skill level and pit you against other comparable players, regardless of their level of progression. Here's how it works. Play 10 trial matches as either hunter or monster. After completion, you will be placed in one of 15 different skill levels, split between bronze, silver, and gold tiers, based on your trial performance. Win and climb your way to the top of your division. Lose and suffer the consequences. There will also be harsher penalties for players who desert ranked matches, a queue system for monsters, and players will no longer be placed into matches that have already commenced. It's time to find out how you stack up against the best players in the world. Hunt 2.0 is the next evolution of Evolve.
In the future, mankind has set its sights on the stars. In pursuit of resources, in pursuit of profit. The world of Sheer and the far arm of the galaxy had plenty of both. But let's be honest, we were never any good at sharing the planet. November 3rd. Bust out the heavy artillery. She's clever. She's creepy. But most of all, she's just one bad bitch. The Gorgon cometh.
I need to find some place to hide.
The jackal chases its prey. None can escape.
Scanning! Stay. Good monster. Stop! I command you! Ha-ha!
He knows no fear.
I am the jackal.
Peggy 16.
Hey guys, sorry for the delay. Right now we are just finding out who gets cast rights while they're doing their bans and stuff like that. So all this is being worked out. Hopefully this will all be fixed for next week. That way people don't have to argue over cast rights right before a match, and it puts teams in an awkward position when they have to pick who they want. So in the meantime, this is all what's going on in the background. We'll keep you guys informed. Yeah. We'll let you know what's going on once it all gets finalized. We'll be back in just a minute. Sorry for the delay, guys. We are literally just waiting to find out what's going on.
Sometimes you gotta wonder if it's worth it. I don't know, but I can give you a hope that won't fade away, so you can keep your heart safe. You don't have to be downhearted. Let's return to where we started. You don't have to be downhearted, 'cause I will be the one fighting for you. I'm fighting for you. When our love is afraid, I will fix your mistakes. Downhearted.
Hey guys, giving you guys an update. We are going to be casting the Team YP versus Jamais Seulement Sakison, a monster. So we're going to go into this and doing it live for you. Alright, so we'll be set, good to go, and everything's set. So we'll be back in just a bit with that information. So in the meantime, we'll keep some tunes going while we're waiting on bands and getting everything finalized. Hey guys, we're getting ready to go into it now. We are set, good to go, ready to brawl, ready to fight. We're just waiting in the lobby. Lobby is made. Picks are being done. So that's where we are right now. We have the finals of Team YP versus Jamais Seulement Saki-san as we're going into this right now. So, we'll be back in just a minute with more Evolve gameplay for you. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy a tasty, tasty beverage. Sponsor! Someone throw me money to throw out a drink name here. Delicious, delicious. Insert name of beverage here. I'm just kidding with you guys. But yeah. So yeah, we'll be set to go in just a moment. So we'll be back. Alright guys, lobby's made, match has started, just had a bit of difficulty with the first run, so we're going to the second run. Whoop. Hello, and welcome to game number 1 of the finals. We're looking at Team YP versus the Hunter team. Sorry, Team YP Hunter team versus the monster of JSMS, aka Deanimate, who's going to be on... I don't know what he's going to be on. We're going to find out in just a minute. We are looking at an Abe Torvald. Picks so far being confirmed. And we have a Val Sunny being picked as well. Okay, so we have Val Sunny, Abe Torvald, which means we're going to have quick switch, mortars, stasis grenades. We're going to have jetpack boosters and tranks being thrown all day, every day. And we're looking at the Deanimate, who's of course going to be going on Goliath. The one, the only, the Rock Heavy, the Hurricane, the Stampeder, the Mad Cow. Well, Mad Cow's someone else, but we're looking at him going in on Distillery, which is a map that he knows exceptionally well. But it really comes down to what we see right now, where I think he's just deciding what perk he wants to go, that's all we're waiting on right now. Going into this game now, we see JSMS did a 4-0 on their side in the semifinals, and Team YP did a 4-0 on their side in the semifinals. So we're looking at two teams, two titans of the current age, as JSMS has been rising through the ranks in previous weeks, coming through, beating teams such as NDG to get themselves to this position. which these teams are no joke that they are climbing through. So Deanimate earning his stripes, and his Hunter team and JSMS earning their stripes as well, because they're coming in and they're saying, hey, we can be a contender. We can come in brawling, ready to fight, throwing fists left, right, and center. Deanimate does have another 12 seconds to finish his perk choice. So Nightwing just communicating with them that they want to be able to communicate and then be like, hey, here's your pick time, man. Is it getting me good? And yeah, that's all that was. So they're just saying, good luck, have fun. Everyone's getting started, going into this game. And of course, it is, again, Deanimate playing for JSMS, aka A Million Meows Among the Clouds. Not Muse, as I previously say, but I do prefer Muse, but it's his name. I'll let him make the choice. But we are looking at the YP Hunters, so we have JSMS versus YP. A.k.a. Jamais sans mon saucisson, which I believe I go nowhere without my sausage, or I like my sausage, or something like that. I'm really bad at French, but it's something along those lines. Deanimate, of course, going with the standard route where you leap towards the bridge. However, he's going to change it up. He's going to stealth through River. River, of course, doesn't leave tracks, but that area that he continued stealthing in does leave a track if you do not stealth through it, because the water is shallow enough. So he's going to go through. He's going to pick up 4 meats here, which is a good start to his feeding. And he's going to be looking to get it up. He is covered, so he's not going to have to worry about birds in this position. Steamodon, though, was anchored, so he's going to be revealed on that. If they look up and they see the steam cloud, they do see the trail, but do they see the cloud off in the distance? That's the question right now. And Nightwing and Savvy already going down to the southern point, and Deanimate is up in the northern section, up in caves, getting a pretty good distance off of that stealth start. As we did see yesterday at the TGL, just the power of a stealth start and how effective it can be. We're seeing that, you know, it's coming into effect today. He's got a little protein bar right there. Another 4 meats coming out here. Let's take a look at where Spanners is. Spanners is kind of close to him. It's between him and Rune in regards to who's the closest. And Rune is actually within 70. Yeah, pings are coming out now. We just saw 3 there as he heard him in the caves, is burning away with fire. Rune right now ready to engage and ready to fight, but he is extremely far away from his team as his teammates are coming up to him now. As we're looking at Deanimate right now in the caves, just kind of going through, getting any meat he can. He's almost full on the evolve meter. He's looking to pick up. He's got another 5 meats here, so that should definitely fill up the evolve meter, making him ready to fight and also ready to stage up. But he gets interrupted immediately by Spanners, which means that he's not going to be able to stage up. So let's keep going. Let's keep leaping around, doing what we can, going right past the Crowbill Sloth. That's right, that's a Crowbill Sloth. As we're going through Reaver packs there. Let's see, what do we get? And that was a Mammoth Bird. More of these pings coming out right now. Spanners is just in hot pursuit. But just while they're in pursuit, let's take a look at the skill build. We're looking at a 1 leap, 1 fire breath, 1 charge, which is high map traversal with a good farming potential. A great overall build for Goliath for those of you that are looking for something new to do in your pubs. And if we look at the perks, right as we're going to the dome, we have move speed going on to Deanimate. We have damage reduction on Val, jetpack recharge on Sunny, and we have a quick switch on A, which means we'll be able to get those stasis out a lot quicker, which is what we're seeing here as they're just being flown about. And we see capacity on Torvald, which of course is pretty standard because it gives him extra mortars. Deanimate just looking to mitigate right now as he's getting punched by a Reaver, just sitting on the low ground, getting stasis grenaded. He's be looking to get himself back down on the low ground here, trying to get through that cave, but he's not quite able to fit. And he's looking at Savvy, who's actually even dropping down. And if they're on full offense right now, markers everywhere. That's 4 Val shots going in. Going to be looking to get some meats out in the open, not quite able to get it. And he's just going to be mitigating at this point. He's looking to just trying to survive this dome and take as little health damage as possible. YP are known for being able to kill stage 1 monsters if you do not mitigate in your first dome. If you don't mitigate, then you're going to get caught and you're going to take damage. So he's just going to charge, fall down to the low ground here, and mitigate back around this corner and grab an armor when he can. However, Rune's in a great position to interrupt and make sure he's not able to grab it by staying over on this side, covering that section, while his teammates deal damage on that portion. Now, Deanimate is actually almost at about half HP. He's about a little over half a bar left until he's at that point. He's going to keep pushing up towards caves. He's going to evolve inside the caves, if I had to guess. He's going to keep going that way. So we're going to keep going this way and just keep going to the caves, get himself a stage up. We're going to see what he chooses for his skills. He does currently have 1-1-1, and he's probably going to go with either a 3 rock or what we saw him go recently, which was a finish leap and get an extra point in flame breath, which is something that we're starting to see a lot more recently with the recent changes in the patches. So what are we going to see? No, we're going to see a 1 rock and 3 leap smash, which again, every time I've said that build before. Every time I say it, they don't do it. And this time I don't say it, and of course they do it. So sometimes you just can't win. You just can't win. As we're looking at it right now, they're in a great position right down the middle, trying to cover it so that he can't traverse away, but Dome is actually still on cooldown as they're just pushing Trapper forward as it's just about to come off cooldown. He's going to throw it as soon as he gets into position, looking for it. He's at 50 meters. It's just about to come off cooldown. It's off cooldown now as he just barely got through there at 70 meters, making it so the Trapper could not throw the Dome without throwing the game. So we're going in, and Deanimate right now is at 60 meters, looking to get some extra meats on, trying to get full armor. He'll be getting spotted in a minute because he did just eat something that revealed his distance, so Nightwing will have a reveal on his measurement stick because it does tell him exactly how far it is, which is the reticle that you see right there. It reveals the exact distance that he is, so they know exactly how far away he is at any point in time, so they know when they can and when they can't dump. Nightwing, of course, getting pushed even further forward, just trying to get within dome distance, but not quite able to get it. Deanimate almost at full armor, working on his evolve meter, almost there, just getting closer and closer. Gets quickly interrupted though as he gets domed in now. So now we have a dome with a good little cubby back here for him to be able to protect himself and mitigate damage if he so chooses. Otherwise, it looks like he's actually going to be going into engage. Flame Breath coming in, rocket he picked up, gets tossed at the shield drone. Gonna be looking for that, and here we go. We got the punches. He's at half HP on Spanners. Spanners is going up on the high ground, going to be using the building. Savvy going to be quick on the heal burst, going to be able to bring Spanners back up to half. We have Deanimate getting shot in the back. Leap Smash connects on two. We have Nightwing getting shocked by Mammoth Bird into a rock throw, putting him down on the ground. Mammoth Bird's OP, and Spanners right now is exceptionally low. However, Deanimate's running out of armor. Going to take the free strike and leave before he gets more health damage. He has already lost 2 bars of health, doesn't want to lose any more, looking to get some space at this point. He'll be getting some more armor. He'll be going up north, finishing up his armor meter, and then re-engaging most likely. Guys, another 3 meets there, so that'll get him pretty close to full in the armor meter. Yeah, where he gets interrupted on the 3rd meet by Sunny, a.k.a. Spanners, going to make sure that he's not able to get all the armor he wants. Does take off a little bit, so he was only filling the evolve meter. But, again, every step towards the stage 3 is so much better. We're going in right now to see what they're doing. He's looking to re-engage, though. We see him stealthing back right now, looking to get past Savvy. Does he get past Savvy? Savvy doesn't see him. He's over there behind that ledge. As we do have the little display marker. Where's Nightwing at? Nightwing, come on. Let's see. Do you see him? No, you're just throwing your stasis up. Going to see if it affects. Going to see him on the low ground there. Throwing out the stasis, trying to see. However, Deanimate does look like he has juke, but Nightwing's going back. Pings are coming out. Getting to see the leap. They just heard him there and just trying to get it. They heard him walking away. They heard him smelling, so they're immediately back. Almost full on the evolve meter and almost full on the armor. So he's going to keep pushing out, get more snacks, get more food. Going to eat this Mammoth Bird, which should fill him up right now unless Nightwing can interrupt it. However, he's going to put the tracking dart in. Just wanting to make sure they know exactly where he is. Just a little sliver missing on his armor meter right now. He's going in, going to use Flame Breath on some water-bound Striders as a Tyrant comes in and gets to chop on his tail. So that's going to take a little bit of his armor off, bringing him down a little bit closer. But alas, nothing matches the power of a Mammoth Bird as a Tyrant Bite only takes off 1.5 bars. We have Deanimate, however. He's going on the eastern side on the waterfront, just trying to see what he can get. Just push around. He is right beside the Hunter team. We're probably going to see a dome right here. He's going to go inside the building. But one thing to know right now, if you look at the positioning of Nightwing, he's already ready to jetpack out. Going to throw it in to try and catch him. He's just going to keep on the outside of the dome, just right here by the doorway. That way he can shoot and interrupt. Rune is going to be the one that goes in to deal damage. However, Deanimate's going in to re-engage. Going in and picks up the rock. Goes to throw it, but it does hit the building. Breaks off into little pieces, just barely missing Spanners as it broke in half. Going in, does cut off the loop in the building. However, it does actually God Dome, so Rune is actually able to fit in that scenario. But Deanimate is not. Rockets picked up, goes for Nightwing, gets AoE damage, but that'll be quickly healed up by Savvy. Savvy's right on point with it. And here we go, more leaps. As he's trying to bait him over to the Crowbill to get some assistance. Crowbill right now is now angered, going to be ready to charge at him, and Crowbill is now going to be charging towards Savvy, but Savvy's on the high ground just trying to take it out. We have Spanners doing the mini nuke damage, just trying to launch in, deal damage, but it's just barely getting dodged by Deanimate. He's just trying to juke, and there's the connection. He's got no more armor left after all the damage that's been pumped his way by Nightwing, Spanners, and Rune. More of these mortars getting done. Going to be connecting with the roof, dealing AoE damage. Here comes the leap. Connects on Savvy. Savvy's getting knocked off. We have Nightwing going on the low ground, and Spanners is left on top with Deanimate, who's actually right now going to be disengaging because that was not favorable. At half HP, going to be slowly depleting, almost at full in the evolve meter, looking to stage. Going to fill that up right now, as he's still just a little bit short on the evolve meter. Wasn't quite able to finish it. Going to be looking to finish up what's in the river and get that evolve meter going. He's going to be going up the caves, and he'll be staging up in this area because he knows that it is safe for him to stage. It's also a great area for him to fight because it is smaller. It means they jetpack is high to dodge. So we're looking at this right now. He is in caves. He's looking to stage up. Everything's going great in regards to his game plan, but Nightwing is in hot pursuit, looking to re-engage at this point. They are not ready to give him a free one. Rune, however, known for doing face damage when monsters are evolving. Going to be looking to get a mortar here. However, caves are going to be doing what they can to protect them. Is he going to be looking at it? Is he able to get the mortar shot off? You're going to be seeing him right now, and there comes the Animate out of it with a 3-point rock, 3-point leap, 2-point fire breath, 1 charge for his stage 3 build. We're going to take a look right now at where he's going. He's going around, wrapping around. Spanners and Rune are in the caves with Nightwing and Savvy on the outside. Spanners, however, is going to get charged out into the middle point, going to get quickly healed and shield drone, leaving Rune in the caves alone. He's only got a bar and a half, almost 2 bars of health left, armor left before he is on health damage. Rune, however, is doing a great job dodging. Here comes the leap, going to be connecting it into a stealth pass, which means his teammates have to come in and save him. You're going to see a shield get popped here just to make sure he doesn't go down. Monster gets captured, and it forces the Hunter team to come into the caves. However, he doesn't have shield anymore, which means the leaps are coming in, the charges are coming in, rocks are getting picked up. He's going to choose to disengage and go back over here and get some more armor quick. And the Reaver coming in and sneaks the meat off him and does actually steal it from him, so Deanimate doesn't actually get the armor out of it. Just barely looking to fit. He'll be able to climb up on the high ground and get through there, but it is just a really tight corridor for them to be able to juke in a God Dome scenario. And what I mean by God Dome is this is an area that the Hunters can fit that the Monster cannot. Going in and getting a little bit of mortar damage, and he's just trying to survive this dome because he knows that he doesn't have enough armor to take into this team. Looking to fight, trying to get everything he can. Going to be stealth pouncing on Rune, dealing damage. He's getting real low. Here comes the leap. Doesn't connect, though, and Rune has to burn his personal shield on it. Here comes the mortars, though, and they're going to be looking. Here comes the rock. Rock gets tossed. Barely able to dodge it. Rune going to have to use the God Dome when he does, which means the Animate actually has to leave and go around the other way. Savvy's going to be heading towards Rune in order to make sure that he gets healed up. And he's going to be trying to top him off while Spanners is in hot pursuit with that mini nuke launcher, which is the highest damage weapon in the game with those independent shots. It is literally firing a miniature nuke from Fallout 4, if any one of you have been playing that recently. Savvy, however, is doing a great job keeping his teammates healed up. Rune's almost full, but all those tranks are coming out just to slow down Deanimate and make sure he's not able to get that much space. We're looking at 2 more meats coming out here. That'll be a good chunk of armor, and he'll actually have a good amount of health in order for it to get a stage 3 fight. Deanimate's going to be in a great position to possibly get a win here if he fights in a favorable location, or if the fight starts off in a favorable way for him, like a long distance rock throw or something to initiate. Something of that nature is going to help swing the tide in his favor. So we're going into this now. It looks like Team YP has chosen to actually disengage, and they will be going towards the relay to set up defensively. That way they have defender's advantage. For those of you who don't know, if you've never played a game that's tactical or RTS style, there is something that's referred to as defender's advantage. In turn-based games, for instance, in Risk, defenders only roll 2 dice, roll off, attackers roll 3, but defenders win in a tie. And that is defender's advantage right there. Defenders win in a tie. So, as much as you might say, hey, defender's advantage isn't a thing. No, it definitely is a thing because they have the time to set up. They can make sure they're in a right position. They make sure the dome is placed exactly how they want it, and they can make sure that it has any loops, any God Dome scenarios, or anything that they want. They can also make sure their shield drones set up and fully charged in a position that's hard for the monster to take care of. For instance, that's what you see right there on the high ground there, because that way it's protected from most of the directions. However, it is it's visible, and it does have sight lines, so it's going to be hard for the monster to run up because he can't just charge over it. He'll have to burn a rock throw, a flame breath, or he'll have to do a traversal into a punch. But it's going to be hard to get a God Dome in this scenario. There's only really a couple spots where you could get it here, but it really comes down to the positioning of Nightwing, and based off of where he is, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to, or going to be throwing that out. The Animate right now is slowly building up, looking to stealth his way in. He comes in with the first traversal. Here comes the second. Going to be using the flame breath immediately, going straight for Nightwing, though. Wants the man with the strike to be put in the dropship jet, and here comes the jetpack dodge coming out from the booster from Spanners. Rock gets picked up, thrown over to the shield drone. Does actually whiff it, though, goes right past and over him. Spanners right now going to be eating that damage on the low ground. Not quite able to dodge it. He can't jetpack boost himself. Here comes the heals up from the medic. Shield drone going to be trying to keep him up, though, and here comes more punches, more flames. Everything's being thrown at Spanners, trying to keep him up. Does actually get rid of the shield drone, though. More of the mortars coming out of Rune, though. Rune's dealing tons of damage. Deanimate throwing out the rock, does connect on Rune, dealing more damage. Flame breath being used, connects on 2, burning and melting him, but the mortars are just coming through and dealing tons of damage as Savvy's just keeping his entire team alive. Nightwing's throwing out the stasis, keeping him slowed, as just the damage from Rune and Spanners is too much for Deanimate. Going into the next round means Hunters win game 1 on this side. Deanimate has been slain. Going into the next round, making it 1-0 in favor of Team YP on this side. But as we can see on this screen, the Hells on their team, as soon as they took damage, were immediately healed up by Savvy between the heal burst and the med gun, and Savvy doing everything he can to get it, and including the shielding as well, because you notice that there's little tiny bits, which means the shield drone had perfect positioning in order to make sure that regardless of Deanimate's perfect rock throws and beautiful elegance, it wasn't quite enough to get through the shield drone plus the Val heals. And if you look over here, you just see little tiny blips again on the Trapper, just seeing what happens here when you are dodging effectively. As we see, the only person that got the lowest on the team was Rune when he got super low, and he relied on his shield drone in order to keep itself alive. And again, guys, so this is just the end of game 1, giving it a 1-0 lead in favor of Team YP. We're going into the next round. So we'll be back in just a minute, guys. For those of you tuning in the VODs, this is where, you get to the next video in the playlist. For those of you watching live, this is where we do a quick fade in, fade out. We'll be back in just a minute. If you guys want to check us out, we are twitch.tv/aseeds every Sunday with more Go for Evolve content. And we'll be back next week with more of it readily available for you. And if you want to check out if you're in the live and you want to check out the VODs and see how much Evolve games, there's lots there for you. You can click the link down in the description below. So we'll be back in just a minute with the next round. See you guys in a bit. Hello, everyone. So yeah, we just got an update on the scoreboard. On the other side, it is currently 1-0. If you have interest in watching both of them live, the multi-Twitch has been posted in chat. I can see if I still have it on my... No, I don't have it there. Let's see. Let me pick that up for you. Well, bam. I'll put it in. It'll be in there 90 seconds ago your time, but it's in there immediately my time, if you want to check it out live. So, looking at it, exceptional game. I'm looking forward to see what Deanimate does differently. We'll probably see him change up his build a little bit. Deanimate, it looked like he needed a little bit more burst damage, or maybe he needed to change up something in how he played it positionally. But overall, it was exceptionally well played by both parties. Deanimate, again, is going against the best of the best Hunter teams right now, as he is also one of the best Goliaths in the game. So this is one of those instances where you're starting to see, you know what? There's only so much that you can do, but I believe in the power of Deanimate, because he is a million meows among the clouds, and he's flying high, ready to slaughter the Hunter team, going through the victory, wants to eat their bodies, wants to eat their corpses, because they do have some tasty bone marrow. So we'll see what they do. Overall, though, I'm super excited to see what they do in the next round, and we are going into the lobby now. So, again, this is where we do that fade in, fade out that you guys heard just a moment ago. Again, if you guys want to check out both streams, we are both broadcasting the finals between Stealth Shampoo and myself. You can click the link that I posted in chat. If you have any questions, post them in there. There's lots of teams there. Even both teams are actually in that chat for you. So if you want to talk to them and ask them a question, they can explain exactly why they did what they did. So feel free to use that. Talk to them. See how they're going. If you have... Hey, if you guys want to cheer for one of them, if you guys want to cheer for Team YP, or if you want to cheer for Team Jamais Seulement Saki Sans, say something in chat. Show them that you love them. But yeah, we'll be back in just a minute. We're going into the lobby. Match is loaded. It's currently 2-0. Going into the second round of this side. Hello, everyone, and welcome to game number 2 of this side. And of course, we do have Team YP versus Jamais Seulement Saki Sans. We're going into this game. It is currently 2-0 in favor of Team YP, and right now it is actually the second game on this side, which means YP won both of the first matches on each side. So this is the second game on this side. We're going to this, and of course we have the animated monster, who is a million meows among the clouds, playing Goliath, versus the Hunter team of Team YP, which is going to be Lennox, Val, Crow, Sunny, and of course that is also Nightwing, Savvy, Spanners, and Rune, of course. It was always Rune. Going into this game, we're at that point now, and we're on Armory. Armory is a map that has some very interesting traversal changes. This is a map that is what we call a vertical map, because it has an extremely low point here and an extreme high point here. Which means jetpacks are gonna be huge on this map. Not just movement speed, but jetpacks. Leap smashes, traversals for Goliath are going to be important, but for the Hunter team, they're going to be looking to maximize their jetpack usage. If we look at the abilities right now, we're looking at a leap rock and a leap flame and charge, looking to get that mobility and farming capabilities, but not looking to really brawl. However, we do see that he is going movement speed along with Rune and Nightwing, who are also running movement speed with their Crow and Lennox combination, which is different from what we saw last game when we saw in the Abe Torvald. Now we're seeing a Crow Lennox. Both of these are extremely strong Hunters, and we'll have to see what they do this time to try and make sure that they get the same result as last time for Team YP. However, it does look like the Animate's already changing up his tactics from what he saw last game, and he's ready to fight, but he's also getting an earlier full armor, almost ready to stage already, and he's all set. It's only been a minute 20 right now, and he's almost staged up. However, Rune is already in a hot pursuit, so right now it is currently a 3-1. Actually, it's more like a 2-1, 1-2-1, because there is one here, two there, and then one here in the rear, which is, of course, Nightwing. Throwing out Gobi, making sure that they have it, and Nightwing's just trying to get through that armor, just being able to chip through and shoot away. Rune, however, is in hot pursuit in the rear. In the rear with the gear. Going through, Rune is going right through the border, just again, trying to come through it, and this is where we see movement speed being used to try and make sure that they don't have their jetpacks available. But if we look at Spanners, the Tyrant decided to come out of the waters and say nom nom, as he's going to be looking to get through there and survive. Going to have to be quickly healed up by Savvy. And that's going to put them in a real awkward position when the Animate goes to burst through the middle. However, Nightwing is right now ready to go. It just depends on whether or not he wants to throw it or not. He'll probably throw it. His Hunter team, yeah, Savvy's Spanners is healed up right now. He's just waiting for a good spot, which is what he was, yeah. So that's exactly what he did there. If you look right here, he wanted to make sure that this was minimized. However, there is enough space for the monster to fit, so it's not that big of a scenario, that big of a problem for the Animate. He'll be able to go on the low ground and then loop back around and keep himself alive. So it'll be good mitigation options to the Animate in this dome. He'll be able to keep himself protected and de-animate the damage done to him, you could say. And we got a stealth bounce coming in on Spanners. Going to be looking to get some damage. However, that's going to be broken very quickly. Spanners is getting low, however. But he's going to have to get healed up real quick by Savvy, who's real swift on the gun. And you see another stealth bounce coming in, going on Rune. Here comes the leap. Going to knock Rune on the low ground, just trying to get some space away from him. And Savvy right now is looking to be on top of the rocks to keep himself protected. Going to be blocked by the tree. Going to be leaping across. And again, this is all just damage mitigation for the first dome. Armor damage is coming through from Nightwing, just getting through that armor with the charged Crow shot. And Lennox is looking to get some shots off. Here's 3 hits. There's 4. There's the full multiplier. 5 with the full multiplier on him right now. So he's able to chop right through the armor. Just get that slap chop going and just pop, pop, pop. Going right on through. Here comes the leap. Here comes the charge. Coming up shortly. Okay, I'm not crazy. He will use his charge. There it is. Okay. And yeah, he's just going to burn everything, just try and get space. He has his evolve meter. He will have armor after this, so as much as he doesn't have much armor right now, he can evolve and he'll still have armor, and Dome will be on cooldown. That's the critical part right now. He's actually going to take a little bit of health damage from the Reaver pack, which is actually kind of cute there. They came right in and they were like, yeah, no, we'll take some health. Oh, and he even got Trap Jaws. That's unfortunate. As they're coming through right now, Rune is actually in a great spot. We're going to see the Thunder Child. BAM, baby! Coming right through. 3-point leap coming in with a 1 rock. And Rune coming in with the Thunder Child punch during the dome. During the cocoon, sorry. And that just means more damage coming, that bonus damage. But it did just finish right before the Thunder Child punch came through. Which means he didn't lose an extreme amount of health, but he still lost a good amount of health. Because it's a Thunder Punch, baby. The Thunder Child is no joke. Just look at this thing. Look at it. Just pow. This is the autocannon mount on the arm. He's got the elite skin used and everything. He's going to go behind building, though. He's going to keep himself protected and just try to get some armor while he can. Here comes the Thunder Child, and it connects, getting a little bit of damage as well. Slight AoE damage, not direct damage. So more of these pings are coming out as we just see that reticle coming through. Nightwing is going to be dealing more of these stasis guns, trying to get some poking. See Val trying to get a trank in at long distance. We're at 70 meters right now, just trying to keep himself alive and fill that evolve meter on the north side of the map. Just trying to get any piece of food he can as Rune is in hot pursuit, making sure that he's not able to get anything. Holy mammoth birds! That's not 3, 6, or 9. That is actually 10 meats right there. That's enough to almost fill your evolve meter on its own. That is a ridiculous amount of food. As Rune right now is in the behind, gets thunder punched, but he does get the stealth bounce as well. So Rune's going to get low, going to have to get broken by Savvy. Here comes the lead, putting Rune low, which means he's going to have to pop that shield in just a moment, and there goes the shield, which means he's going to be looking to re-engage on Rune in just a moment, or he can leave and dodge the dome entirely! What? Able to get through there, and Spanners is going to have to keep in hot pursuit with that mini nuke because they do not have dome for a little bit. Deanime doing some excellent execution of the dome dodge tactics, faking an engagement and juking not only Nightwing, not only Spanners and Rune, but also the caster, aka me, thinking that he was actually going to be re-engaging there, as he's just outplaying everyone in his perfectly executed methodical gameplay right now, just trying to make sure he's able to get through the domes and get as much space as possible, using his movement speed to his advantage, as they're just trying everything they can to just keep going. Stealth Pounce is being used for mobility, just doing everything monstrally possible to survive and deal damage throughout this entire ordeal. He knows that if he engages too early without being fully ready, he will be dead. That's why you're seeing him right now. He's just running and trying to survive. Going through just melting. Here's going to be another 2 meats here. Striders are 2 meats each, for those of you that don't know. Mammoth birds are 3. Reavers and other small things are 1 meat, because they're small, right? It all depends on how fat it is. The bigger it is, the more meat it is essentially what the logic you can go with here. Rune's going to be coming in, though, looking to get some punches in with the Thunder Child. However, here we go. He's looking to re-engage on Rune, but however, the dome is dropped, making sure that he has to go back to Nightwing. He's going to go back to the Venom Hounds, get some quick meats in the meantime. And he gets quickly interrupted by Spanners, who comes in with a mini nuke launcher. Nightwing's going for the charge shots, trying to get through that armor. And the stasis gun's being used to even slow him down. Birds are being triggered, but it doesn't matter. He's in a dome. He doesn't care about birds. Rock getting picked up, not quite able, gets thrown downwards with Spanners, but it doesn't connect. Rune is on the high ground, just looking to poke in with this sharp stick. And he's just going to get more of these meats. Savvy is right now in position to get the tranks, which is what he's doing. Rune is doing more of the auto-cut damage. Spanners is getting that mini nuke right in his face. How would you feel with an explosion in your face? It would hurt, it's like getting punched. Getting run around the rosy here. We're getting more of this damage mitigation, forcing the Hunter team to split up here, trying to melt through, going on Nightwing. Nightwing over, getting shielded by the shield drone. Rune going in for the Thunder Child. Doesn't connect because Deanimate turns around because he smells it coming. Doesn't see it coming, he smells it coming. And right now the dome is about to fall, and out goes Deanimate, perfectly timed at leaving towards the exit of the dome. It knows exactly when it's going to fall, and was like, hey, you know what, I'm just going to walk this way. You didn't get through my armor, that's fine. As we're just seeing him leap all the way across this map on Armory, just going right through, going ham, getting distance. He's almost full on the evolve meter. Needs 1 more meat, which is what he's going to get right now. He's going to pick that up, and then off he goes. He's going to leap up, and yeah, he's going to go right on the high ground. We're going to see him evolve exactly where he evolved. It's just a moment ago in that cave in the back corner here, as it is probably the best position for him to evolve. We take a look over at Nightwing, who's actually going to be looking to cut directly north, get himself into a position right around here for when the evolve occurs, and then he'll be cutting up towards the monster. The question is, does he go up this way and around, or does he go through here? The safer bet would be to go to this point, because that way you cut off the middle of the map. The other option is to go this way and ensure you know, either get some shots off or that you get the dome. It's one or the other. You force the decision. Right now the monster is looking to get away, and he's just trying to run it. He is heading east now towards the eastern side, and then heading south on the eastern border, I should say. And right now we look over at Spanners, who's actually in a great position as well to get some shots off as he's going to run. They're going to be able to call out his spotted sightlines, as he's just going to keep traversing around and going right past the Nomad, and he's just going to be looking to get into the middle of the map and cross over. If he gets to cross over to the map, that means that he'll be able to fight Stage 3 with full armor and pretty much full health, which is an ideal situation for Deanimate against this top-tier Hunter team. He's going to go back in this corner. Actually, he's not even going to cross. He's just going to fill up his armor meter here in this dome. They're going to be looking to fight right now, but he is actually almost full on armor, and there goes the full, well, pretty much full. He's going to eat some last meat. Nah, he's just going to stay skirt and go in before they have time to set up. Nightwing, however, going to be eating a leap to the face. Rocketing thrown over at the shield drone, gets blocked by the wall, however, and right now every piece of wildlife is getting involved. Dune beetles, mega mouths, everything's getting involved in the craziness. Might as well throw a chair in this scenario or a rock and just trying to fight. Here comes Rune with a Thunder Child, just barely missing the Goliath. The animate's able to dodge it. Here comes the leap, goes down on Nightwing, knocks not only Rune, but Nightwing. And here goes Spanners getting melted in the face as Val's trying to heal everyone, and everyone's slowly going down. This is a methodical damage being dealt, being split amongst everyone. Rune's going to get rocked in a minute, and bam, it goes right to his face. He's going to get burned. Everything's being done, trying to get everyone down, but it's not quite enough. All these heals are coming out, just keeping everyone alive between the shield drone and Val. Spanners is on the high ground, just replacing that shield drone as it is gone now. Here comes the rock, but it doesn't quite connect on Spanners. He's able to dodge at the last second with a perfectly timed jetpack, but he does go down just after the heal burst comes out from Savvy, which means that it is down to Spanners on the ground, which is a strike. Does he go or does he stay? And it looks like he's going to be staying. He wants this game over. He wants to see a dead Team YP in front of him. He's going to look to interrupt Rune. Rune's going to be eating that to the face. Spanners is now in dropship, and he cannot be resurrected. So this is when you disengage, and this is when you go get more armor. He only lost a bit more health, but he did put Spanners in the dropship, which means no jetpack dodging, no hype out of it. No height, no jumping, no nothing. You can't dodge when you don't have the booster. You have to use your jetpacks perfectly. Although Team YP can still pull it forward, Deanimate is just in a much better position than he was a moment ago, as we do see the survival odds in the bottom left-hand corner currently at 50-50, even with a downed Hunter. That is the power going into this right now. They are going to choose to set up defensively at the relay because they got their fight. They got some more health damage on them, but unfortunately they did lose Spanners in the process. The upside is that it's only one strike on Spanners, so it's not a ridiculous amount of time. They just have to wait out this timer. They have a minute 10 that they need to survive. If they can survive until Spanners comes back, or if the Deanimate doesn't engage in time, then it looks like they'll be okay because it's only one strike on Spanners. But Deanimate's not going to let that happen. He's going to be able to go in, get what he wants out of it, and just fight them as much as he wants at this point. They don't have the jetpack boosted, they don't have the shield drone, and Nightwing right now is actually even on the low ground just taking some damage from like a Reaver, I'm guessing. It look like a Reaver, maybe? But Val is right there on the high ground, which is what you saw interrupted them. Was able to get a sight line right there on the relay. And looks like Deanimate's ready to engage. Here comes the Dome, looking to fight. Rune's going to be taking a ton of damage as Deanimate's saying, I'm hungry for some Hunter meat. Going back after Savvy, going to be looking to get some re-engagements here. Flame Breath coming in, going to be lighting him up. Here comes the Stealth Bounce. Going to be looking, and it does grab him. However, this is a God Dome as you see Nightwing coming through the crack because he did set it up. Here comes the Rock, though, going to be going to keep Savvy down. Rune is right behind him, going to get melted, and they're going to be trying to get that pick off. Nightwing's trying to get, and this is a ridiculous God Dome. You can't get Nightwing in there. That is, oh my God, Nightwing. Like, look at this. This is a perfectly positioned dome. You want to know how to beat a monster and how to keep your team alive? This is how you do it. This is it right here. As he's coming through, trying to get through, can't quite go through there, as they're just going to keep themselves on this side. Deanimate is going to actually choose to disengage and armor up in the meantime, because that's the best choice in this scenario. And see them actually using that high ground. Landing zone's coming in, which means drop zone's coming in. However, Dome's going to be coming off out in a minute, which means Deanimate can re-engage if he chooses, or he can leave and stage up. It looks like he's going to be looking to get back in. He's going to melt down everything because he don't have Dome. Rune, however, does have personal shield. Savvy is here now. He was just killed, but he did get included on the dropship because he was killed nice and early on the fight, which means Savvy is right now going to be getting out. Here comes another charge, but however, Savvy dies to burn damage, and he's going to get a second down right now. He's going to be looking to finish off Savvy and get the medic in the dropship. Rock being thrown. He'll be looking to finish it off, but wants to sacrifice a little bit of health to make sure Savvy's not coming back. Savvy's gone, which means that it is just Deanimate, Spanners, Nightwing, and Rune left in the game. Savvy's gone for his second strike. Deanimate, however, is on the run. He doesn't have any armor to play with, and he needs to get his armor meter full again in order to be able to re-engage. He's only down to 4 bars of health. So, again, this is what I mentioned earlier when I mentioned methodical. This is what we're starting to see now where monsters are picking up and choosing when exactly to get their strikes. In this case, we saw him brute force the first dome and get Spanners. He got Savvy methodically in the second dome because he knew he was going to be able to get it. And then he went after the other two just because he could. Although he got blocked in the dot dome, so he wasn't quite able to get it. Now we're looking at the game being completely tilted now. Odds right now going slightly in favor of the Hunters, but it's still essentially 50-50. They don't have a medic right now, and they have a minute of combat still to go. So if he starts burning through, even if they have personal shields or shield drones, it's not going to be that effective at keeping them all alive. Shield drones are good and all, and here comes the round 2 of the God Dome going up, and he's going to be trying to get them right now as they're going to be engaging, going up, throwing rocks. Everything's going to be done. Here comes the leap, going to be knocking Nightwing off, just slowly dealing damage, using the flame. And again, this is what I mean when I mean methodical. He's going through, he's just taking what damage he can. He's not overextending. He's just trying to go in, and he's just trying to knock him down, get some damage, throw rocks, get AoE damage. Any kind of damage is good damage at this point. That dome is almost down, which means that he's going to be able to go in just a moment. Just waiting for it to come down. Should be down in just a minute. This is the point we're at right now.
It's out there somewhere. Go find it.
We're looking at it right now. He's looking to re-engage. Again, we're seeing more of this coming out. He did fill up his armor meter. We are right now just at the methodical point. And they are choosing to disengage. Drops. Oh no, drop zone's back here. Savvy's going to be nowhere near them. If he chooses to stay, he can pick off Savvy yet again, put him immediately back in dropship. Nightwing, however, going to get stealth pounce. He doesn't want to deal with these God Domes anymore. Says, screw you, Nightwing, I'm going to melt down your face. And that's a bit of vindication right there. This is a personal statement. Deanimate's saying no to Nightwing after 2 God Domes, being able to keep his team in the game. And Nightwing is going to put him right down. Oh, sorry, Deanimate's going to put Nightwing right down. Savvy's back, however. He's going to fill up his armor meter, and he's going to be re-engaging. He wants this to finish. He's ready to fight. And he's good to go. Spanners is going to be going on the high ground, leaving Rune and Savvy on the low ground. He's going to go for a very low health Savvy. Only has 2 strikes, but it's still 2 strikes of pain as he's just trying to keep himself alive, jetpacking away, leaving Spanners to take the bait as he's just going to be forced to fight. Savvy, however, going to be coming back to get those heals in. Rock getting picked up, going right for Spanners. Doesn't quite connect, though, as he's going to be able to get a dodge out of it. Spanners is right now getting a great job keeping himself alive with that cloak. Maybe looking to burn him, though, getting burned alive. We have Savvy on the high ground, going to be stealth bounce, using the shield drone to keep himself alive. And we see Savvy right now going back up. Rock being throw, gets rid of the shield drone. Rune going to have this combo broken. Combo breaker. They're coming through. Savvy's on the high ground. Savvy's gone again. Goodbye, Savvy. And we see Spanners right now is on the run. It's just down to right now Rune as he's just trying to keep himself alive. It's just Rune versus Deanimate. He just needs to get some armor up. He's stage up. Rock's going to get picked up, and he's just trying to finish up this body so that way he can go it up. But it is down to 2 bars. Looking at just Rune right now. It's just Rune versus the Goliath. It is David and Goliath right now. Or Rune and Goliath. He's just trying to auto-cannon his way down. Looking to get the Thunder Punch. Dodges it. Uses the charge to break through. Here comes the shield out of room. It is a battle of the monsters right now. The assault is happening. And right now we're looking at Deanimate, who's actually looking to decide if he wants to engage or if he's going to be going in on him. He's trying to get into a good spot. Right now, Thunderchild Punch is off cooldown, which means Rune's going to be ready to go. We're going to have 40 seconds of Rune still surviving. Here comes the leap. Flame Breath is going to get used in a moment to chip down to that health. And he's just going to spin it up in the air as he's just looking at it, upset at all. And he's just going to look at Rune. Rune's on the run. Here it comes. And he's just going to connect, though, and he's going to see it. He's just burning it into the air, just waiting for the timer. Oh, Deanimate, just finish it! There we go. And he's going to look for the finish. Again, he got the shield, however. Is he able to get enough time with the shield? Shield might keep him alive long enough. He needs 10 more seconds, but it isn't enough. Down goes Rune, which means this is a 1-1 on this side, which makes it a 3-1 current total. JSMS taking their point, making it 2-1 final score going into the next round. We're waiting for an update on the other side. This is a best of 7. Yeah, we just got an update, meaning YP won the other side with Source. So, I believe this is a best of 7. But if we look at the damage coming out here, we saw damage, chip, and then we just saw the flat lines of no damage being dealt for the longest time. We saw 1 down, 2 revived. And we see down, like we're just seeing downs all over the place as he's just showing the power that Deanimate has to survive in these situations, regardless of what you throw on him. You can God Dome him, you can do whatever you want, you can pray to God, it ain't going to help you. Deanimate's coming in to slaughter not you, but everyone you know on this Hunter team that's going to be trying to kill him. He's coming through, and he's truly a monster to be reckoned with as he goes into these games. But yeah, this is where we do a quick fade in, fade out. We're going into the next round. I believe it is a best of 7, so we'll have more games for you in just a moment. We'll be back in just a minute. Hey guys, just giving you guys a quick update. It is currently 3-1. That was a great game played by Deanimate and Team YP. I do want to address what you guys are saying that God Domes are allowed. Okay, guys? That is something that is highly practiced, and it actually takes a good amount of skill to pull off. It is a situation that, is really hard for monsters to deal with. However, this is a situation where you saw perfectly how to deal with it as a monster. Deanimate showed you that just being methodical and choosing how to fight by dealing damage and picking off specific hunters, you have to be more target selective. Deanimate showed you how powerful it is when you are being methodical and being very skilled at what you do. Deanimate was able to show you guys that God Domes are allowed. That is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It is just a well-placed dome. That's all it is. So GG, guys. Well played. Those of you in the chat, thanks for chilling around. We do have another game coming around your way. It is currently 3-1 in the Go for Evolve Sunday Cup, number 37. JSMS is starting to come back. This is the comeback hype. This might be the fall of YP. YP is now... well, not now, but they have been for the long time the best team, or one of the best teams, if not the best. I'm pretty sure they are the best in the scene. So that just shows you the power of it. And they don't they usually avoid God Domes just for the sake of the community. But when they look at Deanimate, they look at a monster and they have to pull out everything in their arsenal to go after Deanimate. And as you saw in the last game, it still wasn't enough. So what does that tell you? I mean, Deanimate is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and YP knows this. That's why they're not holding back. They are ready to go, ready to fight, ready to brawl, and they'll use everything they know to try and beat you. And Deanimate is now showing us his stripes, his powers, his points on the scoreboard, and he's actually getting the first point for JSMS in their possible comeback streak. We'll find out in just a minute. We have the next game. It's starting up in just now. So we'll be back in a minute, and by a minute I mean like 30 seconds, with the next match. So here's the fade in, fade out. Hello, everyone. Oh man, my voice is starting to get coarse from how awesome these games are. We're getting into this game now. We have Deanimate on Monster for JSMS. And we're going against the Hunter team of Team YP. The score is currently 3-1. This is game 3 of this side in a best of 7. We have, of course, Deanimate playing Goliath, which is like his top tier monster. The map has been changed, so it is now currently playing Fusion Plant, which we haven't seen in a long time. It usually gets banned, but we're seeing it today. We saw game 1, which was an incredibly close match. Team YP coming ahead, however. And then we went into game 2. Oh, sorry, game 1 was on Distillery. Game 2 was on Armory, which, again, we saw YP throwing everything they could at Deanimate, and it wasn't enough. Deanimate coming through ahead, being able to push forward, deal damage, melt through faces, and there was nothing that Team YP could do in that scenario. They threw God Domes, they threw everything, they threw the stasis guns, they were trying to get through armor. Everything was not enough to get through Deanimate. As we're going into the next round, we're seeing Deanimate starting to get the comeback, bringing up the score for Team JSMS, trying to get everything he can. You're seeing the picks on the screen right now. And it is going to be, okay, so it is going to be a Sunny Val, Griffin, Torvald. Game 1, we saw an Abe Torvald. This game, we're going to see a Griffin Torvald. They want Sunny Val, Griffin, going against Deanimate, the best composition they know how to do. And trying to just get Deanimate. However, as we saw last game, if he keeps up what he did last game, it might not be enough. We'll have to see what happens this game. As we're going in, it'll be interesting to see if they changed up any of their perks. We did see that Deanimate was able to use the move speed effectively, being able to go through everyone. I don't know. We'll have to see what he does. And of course, we have Jamais Somos Sakison versus YP. Going into the next game, we are at it. Going on right now.
Yeah, it has to be. Thing only has one spatial corrector. Flies like a truck.
Million Meows Among the Clouds, a.k.a. Deanimate, is in this match right now. We're going to see probably, yeah, the same build that we saw the last previous games. Leap Smash, Fire Breath, Charge, using it for maximum mobility. But let's take a look at the perks then. We have Movement Speed being chosen again. However, we have a change of perks on the Hunter side. We have DR, a.k.a. Damage Reduction, coming into effect on both Trapper and Medic, which is very nice to see for them. It means you're going to be a lot more durable. You're not going to see Savvy get picked off anywhere near as easily. You're not going to see Nightwing get picked off. So that'll make them really tanky, 10% more effective on their tankiness. Spanners is going to go Jetpack Recharge. And, of course, we have Capacity on Torvald, because that's what Rune does. If you try and get Rune to do anything else, he'll tell you, nope, I'm going Capacity. Because that's what Rune is. Rune, when he goes Torvald, he likes his capacity. He's very good at it. But he likes his capacity. Nothing quite as good as having more of something that you like. I believe there's the taco commercial where she's like, why not more? See, there comes the mortars, and you just see it says non-stop onslaught. They're still blowing up. And here comes the shots coming out. Deanimate is right now trying to stealth behind. They know exactly where he is, but he's just trying to get himself into a position without exactly revealing what he's doing. Here comes the leaps. He's trying to traverse. However, he's going to get caught in a way open area. Doesn't have full evolve meter, as you can see right there. He is actually 2 meets off, or 1 meet off. Nah, it looks like 2. But he's going to be looking to go in, just trying to mitigate. Again, this is going to be a repeat of what we saw last game with the mitigation. Not looking to get a strike, not looking to overcommit himself. He just wants to survive. Take as little damage as possible. However, this dome does not have many places to hide. You can't hide from Team YP in this scenario, as right now they're trying to do everything they can to just deal damage, and it's succeeding, as they're already almost through all his armor. Deanimate right now is just getting harpooned in the back as he's trying to survive, and he can't hide anywhere in this dome. Rune going to be throwing out those mortars, trying to get everything done. Going to see more of this Leap Smash coming in. Going to be knocking back Rune, looking to get some help, but he is going to be able to get some space just due to the ability to get mobility going on. Harpoon does miss, as we just heard it get fired off from Nightwing. More of the shots getting made, which means that Spanners is going to be going in for the shot. We're at half HP right now. Dome is almost done. It's going to be looking to re-go right now. And we see Harpoon has now been done. Goliath has been released. Going to be seeing another one coming out. Tranks are being done. More of this damage, doing everything they can. They're just trying to slaughter down the enemy. They do not want him stage 3. They are in hunt mode right now, as they do not want to let the enemy get to stage 3, especially considering what he was able to do last game once he got there. He got to stage 3, and it was devastation to the Hunter team. You're looking at him right now. He is going to be able to fill up that evolve meter. It is now full. He has a little bit of armor, so he's looking to fill back up. Rune, however, is cutting across the middle of the map, looking to get some mortar strikes off to get him off and slow him down. Here they come. Mortars are falling. Do they connect? And it's going to be overshot, which means the enemy's going to be able to leap and go right underneath Rune and get some space. He's going to be able to traverse up to the northeast, and let's get out of this thing. As we're going across right now, he's going to be heading up towards Crowbill Alley, and he's going to try to get some space right now. Take a look, however, look where Nightwing is. Nightwing's already in a great spot. Harpoons are going to be getting thrown out in just a minute, trying to break line of sight, and here comes the first one. Mammoth Bird's coming up on the chase, trying to get Goliath. He's even trying to help them, as we're going to see more of this getting done. Another Harpoon going to be coming in to break it in. And Nightwing's going to be on hot pursuit, making sure he isn't able to get that space. However, now he does not have line of sight. He'll be getting boosted ahead by Spanners, just trying to make sure that he's able to get it. But the enemy does turn the corner, so he's going to be able to break that line of sight. Dome, however, is ready. Sound Spike is thrown, so they know the distance. They know if he's stealthing or if he's stopped. He's going to be choosing to evolve. He says, you know what? I'm not going to be able to get the space against this composition. I'm just going to evolve. He's just saying, table flip. He's done. He's going to evolve. He's going to take his armor, and he's going to engage with some extra points. And here we go. He's going to be going straight for Nightwing. He knows that Nightwing has the dome. He's ready to go. 3-point leap. Ready to fight. Going to get a rock thrown up at Spanners, forcing him to let go of the jetpack, which means that Savvy's just walking into the dome now. Going to have to heal up Nightwing as fast as possible. Rune's, however, in a great spot. Leap Smash being thrown. Takes out the shield drone. And we see Spanners right now is getting melted in the face. Half HP on Deanimate. More of those mortars coming. Even Mammoth Bird's joining in on the fun and helping out. Here we got rocks being thrown. Leaps being thrown. Flame Breaths being thrown. Everything's being thrown. Flames are being done on Spanners. Spanners is getting low. Putting right next to the Mammoth Bird. Stealth Bounce actually connects on the Mammoth Bird instead of Spanners. Right now, Deanimate's getting low, and down goes Deanimate. Deanimate's been slain by Team YP, coming through with a dominating victory with a highly aggressive early game composition to make sure Deanimate did not get stage 2, did not get stage 3. They wanted him stage 1. after what Deanimate showed them last game, the power of him in the later stages, because he was able to get those stages and get that power, which means that Team YP now has a 4-1 lead, and Source won his last game, meaning that it is 5-1 is the final score. So that does actually end up meaning Team YP is actually taking the victory with a 5-1 victory as their final score. So thanks everyone for watching. Thank you Team YP for being awesome. Thank you Deanimate for showing us such a stellar game all games. And I wanted to give a quick shout out to both teams. Okay, Jemmy Samo, Saki Sama, Team YP, and everyone else that's taken part of the cast today and everyone that's been a part of it. So in the meantime, guys, this is where we do a quick fade in, fade out, and we'll give you guys that are watching live a little bit more feedback and talking to. But that was such an exceptional game. Well played by Deanimate. Just a little bit of a rough time being able to get away, and he wasn't quite able to get it. Just it's a hard map to get away from a Sunny Griffin. So we're going forward. That means Team YP is the victors for this week. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being awesome. And for those of you watching live, don't go anywhere. For those of you watching in the VODs, this is the end of your trip. We go live every Sunday. Check it out. Twitch.tv/aseeds. And if you're watching live, you can go to the YouTube link down below the Twitch, and you can get full information on where you can see the VODs. Now, we'll be back in just a minute with a quick fade in and fade out. And for those of you watching live, thanks for being awesome. Those of you watching the VODs, stay sexy, my friends. Hey guys, thanks for coming out and chilling out. Thanks to all of you that have come out to the channel and been a part of the broadcast. Thanks for being awesome. Those of you that, are new, this is what we do every week. We're back every Sunday. We have regular people who do what they can to help out the stream. For instance, Savvy, Cherry, Wednesday, Amy Bot, or just some of the people. There's a lot of you out there. I can't read out all of your names. I'm sorry. I try. Actually, I could probably do one. Let me just see. First thing we do first, though, is we give a quick thank you to all the follows and everyone that's, coming back next week and all that. That way we can make sure that you guys get a quick shout on stream, because we didn't have the overlays and quick pop-ups for you. So we want to make sure that we give you guys a little bit of attention. So those of you that threw the follows today, if you haven't thrown one away, throw the follow. That way we can get the information on what's going on next week. I also threw a host all week for the community people and people that are streaming regularly. I'll check out the channel, see if it's, the person's, entertaining at what they do. They don't have to be good. They just have to be entertaining. If they're good and not entertaining, they'll still get the host. It's kind of like one of those things, you either are good or entertaining. If you're both, hey, then you're definitely getting the host. But yeah, so quick thank you to Hunting Party VII, aka 7. We have AALLX. I'm Schemo, who I've seen your name before. Welcome back to the community. We have Skull Hogan, and we have Workaday Gnome 63. Let's see if I get anyone else. Yep, that's it for today by the looks of it. But let's go right through the chat call. And don't worry, I am going to go top to bottom. I'm not going to skip the mods this time, because I know you guys got upset last time. So let's give a quick shout-out to all our moderators, which is Amy Bot, Cherry Licious, Savvy, Wednesday, and of course Elwirna, who's actually behind me helping out in the background. And those of you, the viewers that are watching, thanks again for being a part of the stream. Thanks again for being awesome in what you do and checking out the content. We'll be back next week with more content for you. But let's go through your names real quick. We have one Roadrunner 1, 42-second crew member, Anshwin, Antiquity 93, Boom 23456, Bugaju 007, aka Bugsy. We have Clucas 92, Creech, Dat Randomness. We have Damon Stoppeth, Dead Rebirth, The Animate, Dizzleman, Dragonborn 95, Dick and Fizzle, Dylan Fry, EAX 1990. We have Exotics. We have Fate's Revenge, Fine Herbs, Fresh 89, Gay Killers, aka Cookie. We have Kutch Slab, Captain Scourge, Kate 73, Coddle, Keeple 62442, K30, Lenbo, Man Killer 19, Men's at Night, Mind vs. Matter, Mini CP, Minky Tomala. Hey, welcome back. We have Moiser 12, Naming Things Stinks. I like that name actually. That's actually really creative. Naming Things Stinks. It does. Nightwayne, One Troll to Rule Them All, Optic Records, Frop, Rune, Roxbury, Racer, Psychofox, Seducenen. Okay. Seducenen? I'm guessing? I'm sorry. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. I tried. Skull Hogan, Sweet, Sleep Sweet. What? Okay, that's like a tongue twister. That's just mean. Sleep Sweet with Pete. Oh, man, that's so mean. Source TV, Spanana, Spencer 75013, Stewie Dumb, Stylish Noob 4, Tentuck, Talco, Tama Blama, that guy nobody, that one Josh Plain, Tigaclaw, Titch Me Senpai, Toaster Reloaded, Tony Stargate 955, Twisted Genius, Tag the Monster, Vandalized GFX, Vea Jeff, White Hawk, White Lord, Why Always Boris, and I know you've asked me this before, but because Boris is invincible. And of course, there's always one name that tries to hide because it's at the bottom of the list, and Twitch doesn't want to show it to me. But alas, you can't hide at the bottom of the list. Your name's gonna get read. Okay, Workaday Gnome 63, you're gonna get read. Everyone's gonna get read. But in the meantime, this is also when we throw out a host to everyone, to someone in the community, just to say thank you, and that way you guys, get some good Evolve content. We don't ever run out. There's tons of it available. There's lots of it being available down below. If you click the YouTube, it'll be there. The VODs from today will be up later tonight if you want to watch any game again, or if you want to see what happened during a particular scenario, because I can't cast everything. I can only talk so fast. And I know you guys complain because I can talk fast, but I can only talk so fast. But in the meantime, let's see if we can find someone. Let's see if we, let's do a raid. I haven't done a raid in a long time. Let's do a raid. Who's working today? Let's see. We got a lot of new people today. That's okay. Let's see if we can grab someone near the bottom of the list. I'm trying to find someone that is instantly available in the community. If you have any recommendations, put them in the chat. However, there is a 90-second delay, so I'm probably not going to see it. Alright, so let's throw this out there. Alright, so that is not English. Wow, there's actually not many people streaming Evolve right now in English. Alright, going to the PS4 streamers. Do you guys have any recommendations on who we want to see the host on? If you have anyone that you want to see? Alright, you know what? We're going to do twitch.tv/BroneMitch because I think that's a good idea. Let's do that. We'll be there in just a moment. So when you do it, what do we want to do? Let's go with You've Been Planted, play on the name Seeds, and we'll go with that. And I'll throw the host, I'll post the link in chat for you, and we'll have that in just a minute. And you guys keep being awesome. Thanks for being part of the stream. And, yeah. So keep doing what it is you're doing.